How is everybody? What's up? What's up? Today is another version of Notary Chit Chat. What is going on? I have to tell y'all about my day. So, welcome. And I am Kimmi, for those of you who may be new. I'm also one of the trainers with Notary Educators Training Team. And we educate you on being a great notary. So, we're going to give YouTube a few minutes to notify everybody that I am in vivo, in person, live. I'm trying to pull my shirt up a little bit. Welcome to those who will watch the replay, those who will, what else we got going on? The replay and the podcast. Hey, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, yeah, I had to tell y'all about my day. I'm going to be doing a little bit more of these kind of just pop-in videos. I've been doing them actually already, so. But anyway, let me tell y'all what happened today. So, first of all, I had a client. Hey, Ani. How you doing? How did that apostille work out? You had the other day with Angela? Hey, everybody, welcome. Yeah, I had to tell y'all about my day. So it started out with someone asking me, do I do a oh my God, what is it called? Jeff. He outside. What did he call that affidavit? Oh, guys, I've been talking about it all day. Now the word is slipping my mind. Fictitious affidavit. Fictitious power of attorney. Sorry about that. And I'm like, what is a fictitious power of attorney? So, have you guys ever heard of that? Probably figuring not. I even called the NNA. Regardless of what the document was, my process does not change. So we always teach you and educate you on what your process should be. Just like you say, when you go to McDonald's or you go to Chick-fil-A, they have a process. That's how we teach you. Every time you do anything, you have a process, okay? We figured it out. I have to remember my state laws. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Very good. Ani's referring to her apostille she needed help with the other day. And congrats again on even getting one, okay? So anyway, fictitious affidavit. Power of attorney. I keep saying affidavit. Power of attorney. So anyway, this client called. He has this fictitious power of attorney. And I was like, looking at the document, because he sent it to me. He wanted me to print it. It's a lot of lessons in this story. So he sent the document to me. He emailed it to me. So he wanted me to print it. I printed the document out for him, and he needed 3 copies of it. First, he was going to go to the library. So I saved him time and money by offering to be able to print the documents. So you really got to listen to your clients when they're talking to you. So he says, yeah, I got to go get this document, print it at the library, and then I will come to you. I said, would you like me to print it for you? So I offered the printing services, and he was like, oh, yeah. So I gave him one flat total. It wasn't like I charged him, okay, this for that, this for this, ABC, do. No, I gave him one flat total, which included his notarizations and included me printing 3 sets of this power of attorney for him. So once he emails it to me, I'm looking at the power of attorney, and I said, it's the space 1 for 2 witnesses. Now, it's his document, so I don't advise him. I don't tell him what he needs to do. He had put one person's name there. I said, well, it is a space for 2. Do you have a second witness? Were you wanting to have a second one? He was like, well, I only have one. I said, okay, well, if you'd like a second one, I'll throw my husband in there for free, which I typically don't charge for Jeffrey. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So anyway, I didn't charge him today because I already was getting that price up there once I saw what needed to be printed and what needed to be completed. So I'm looking at it. I'm asking him about it. He was like, yeah, I'll take the second witness. Okay, cool. So then I said, well, I'm looking at it, and power of attorneys, typically, you are authorizing someone else to act on your behalf is what a power of attorney is, okay? You're giving someone else the power to make decisions for you, et cetera, et cetera. Hey, the Anthony Brown Show. It's been a while. Yeah, good to see you too. So anyway, yeah, so I'm asking him, I said, so who's going to be your agent? And he's like, I'm going to be the agent. I said, you're going to be the agent? He was like, yeah, I'm going to be the agent. And I was like, what is he talking about? So it's some kind of new thing out there that I'm just finding out about. And I don't know nothing about it. Probably not something I would even get involved in. But something with the state, he says. He's doing something with somebody. And they told him that you can be like a separate entity from yourself and sign on behalf of yourself. Hey, Chantel, how you been doing? How's your family? yeah, and I was just like, it wasn't making sense to me, y'all. And I was like, but the point of it is though, one, I cannot advise him, even though I felt like, what is he doing? I cannot tell him that's not my business what's inside his document. I cannot advise him. Now, with the second witness, I didn't mind providing one. He wanted one. Okay, cool. But as far as him doing whatever else he was doing with that document, it was not my business. My business was to properly notarize the document, which I did. So let's go back to a few lessons that you can take from this for your business. Okay, first of all, if you have a printer, you should be offering printing services. I talked about this in another video. If I ever hear, when I'm talking to my client, I'm doing my screening questions and they say something like, well, let me run it to UPS, let me run it to FedEx and print it first. I'm like, hey, I can print that for you. Then I add a print fee. Okay. Another way to get that bill up too. This video is just random chit chat. So it's not a specific topic, but it's just gems. Okay. Just gems. You know how I do. Before I go any further with that second tip about, we talked about printing. I wanted to talk about too, when it comes to doing power of attorneys and estate packages and estate training, we do have that included in our monthly mentorship. Okay. That's actually included. If you don't know about the new mentorship program, check it out at notaryeducatorsllc.com, where I have my estate/trust package included in the monthly mentorship. There's like 14 courses. Okay. And that's one of them. The state, so it teach you how to do power of attorneys. I take you step by step how to do a living will. So you definitely want to check that out. If you're a newbie, you need to be in the mentorship program. We take you A to Z. If you're learning how to properly notarize and you still don't know what to do, mentorship is probably going to be best for you, because again, I'm teaching you A to Z how to execute a power of attorney, how to do an estate package, how to charge, okay, etc. Do you need witnesses? Who can be the witness? These are all questions that you need to know if you want to have a successful notary business. You have to be skilled at your craft. Okay, so let's start there. So let's get back to some more gems really quick though. Okay, so with my client though, so I was able to offer printing services. And yes, like the Anthony Brown show says, exactly, get them extra coins. Yeah, so everything adds up. So I printed 3 sets of documents for him, 9 pages each. Okay. So I included that in my rate. So again, that's what I was going to say. If you're actively listening to your client and see what their needs are, you can also at the same time be increasing your bottom line. So printing services, okay? So then he gets here, and I could have charged him technically for a witness too. I could have said, oh, you want me to get you a witness? Hey, everybody, welcome. I could have added another $15 for Jeffrey, but in this case, I did not, because I was already charging him. I felt enough, and he traveled to me too, okay? So if I don't have to leave the home, I just have to print 27 pages and all that for what I charged him. Okay, I felt really good. That's the thing. Whenever you're doing your jobs too, you want to feel good about it. You know, you want to feel good that you're helping your client. You want to feel good that you're collecting your coins and your paper and your money, etc., whatever words you want to call it. So then he gets here. Okay, this story. What should have been a 15-minute job? Oh, I know one more thing. I'm looking at the power of attorney and I'm looking at it and I said, you know what? If I got to print it for him, it's not going to be completed when he gets here. So I like my clients to already have their documents completed. Okay. Before you arrive, everything needs to be done. You need to have filled out what your choices are. Do you want to be on life support? All that. Because sometimes you get to the appointment and they haven't filled out, especially like a medical power of attorney, and they haven't completed the living will part. And it's like, well, do you want to be on life support? And everybody in the room talking, well, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be on there. Do you want to be fed through a tube? Those are not decisions I want to sit there while you making. That should already be filled out. When I get to the assignment, I want to get in, sign, and go. Okay? Sign, collect my payment, and go. But in this case, as I looked at it, it was only the agent part that had to be filled out. And that's what made me ask him anyway earlier about the agent. I said, well, who's going to be your agent? And he told me he is. And he got this little fancy thing going on, something where he going to be removing himself from, you know, his real government name and all this. I was like, that was over my pay grade because I don't do stuff like that. Anyway, so then he gets here. After I printed everything, I put it in a folder. I always am very professional. When I do printing for my clients, I try to put it in a folder. I have those manila folders I order from Amazon. I might need to order some more too, because I've been using quite a few of them. I started putting some in my bag actually, because sometimes I do documents for people if they have a copy of something and they don't have a folder in what location that we are, they don't have a folder, then I'll just go ahead and give them a folder. I mean, I get 100 of them for like $10, I think. You can check out the notary supply list at notaryeducatorsllc.com. I have it on my list of supplies I like. But I'll just stick it in there. So I figure that's what, 10 cents, you know? So I don't like handing people documents with rubber bands on them. I don't like handing people documents with a paper clip. I prefer to put it in a folder, preferably with their name on it. I'm all about aesthetics. Okay, that makes it look good. And they will remember you being professional, okay? So now he's here. Some more gems and tips, okay? Because this signing was funny, okay? So then he gets here. Jeffrey's helping me, and then the witness, I needed her to sign the documents. So I saw the witness, everything. She had to get to the car because she had the kid in the car. Anyway, so Jeffrey takes her the paper to sign. She signs it in the wrong space. So her name was right there, her name, her address, everything. She signs where the blank witness was supposed to sign because it was another space for a witness. Remember, Jeffrey was going to be that witness. But Jeffrey's name was not pre-typed on the form, right? So her name was pre-typed. Why she go all the way from the top to the bottom and sign her name in the blank space, right? So it just didn't look right. So Jeff was like, why don't we just draw a line through it? Because he didn't feel like going back upstairs and print no more. I said, no, we're not going to do that. Because I like my documents to look clean, what I call it. I like to call it clean. I don't want no mistakes. I don't want no errors. And if I have an opportunity where I have an extra set of something, I'm going to always rely on getting the clean set from the client. That's why they usually print 2 for signings, okay? If you're not in mentorship program, here I go again. The Notary Signing Agent A to Z course is included in mentorship. We also, that's Alexis's course, is now part of the mentorship program. Angela's apostille course is a part of it. I have the remote online training course, notarize A to Z. Like a pro is on there. I got, oh my God, everything. The translation course, fingerprinting, everything you need is in the mentorship program. In addition to live training weekly, what? You know how we do. When we roll it out, it was right. This is the best program out there. And I will say that. notaryeducatorsllc.com. We rock. We bring it. Okay. So anyway, check it out. notaryeducatorsllc.com. And we're actually meeting tomorrow night. That session will be held with Angela. And it's going to be about structuring your business. Should you be an LLC, do a business as? So check out mentorship, okay? Live weekly training. If you can't make the live training, we always have the replays, okay? So let's get back to this signing really quick. So she signs in the wrong place. Jeffrey has to go back upstairs. Now he has to reprint, right? He has to reprint 4 pages because she signed all 4 incorrectly. And I told Jeffrey, I said, you never just hand him the document. And this is your next gem I'm dropping today. When you have your signings with your clients, don't just hand them the document, okay? In this case, they had already knew what was in the document because it was his document. He sent it to me, right? But the witness didn't know where she was supposed to sign. Hey, welcome everybody. If you got any questions, go ahead and drop them. Go ahead and drop your questions. I'm just telling you some stories with some learning lessons and learn from me kind of thing, so you don't have the same situation in your signings out there, okay? So anyway, I told Jeffrey, I said, you have to point with your ink pen, with your finger, slide your finger under where their name is, whatever, to make sure that they are signing it in the correct space. So as I was stated earlier, she didn't sign it in the correct space, so now he got to go back up there. He had to print more documents. We had to reprint 4, as I just stated. And then there's more time where she should have signed right above her name. Jeffrey signed as a second witness, and then we keep it moving. But no. So that calls for at least another 10 minutes. For him to reprint, everybody got to re-sign. Okay, so then you always. So that gem was, you make sure your client know where they're signing. Because if you only have 1 set of documents and they sign in the wrong place, well, see, J. Anthony Brown is saying that's why sometimes he uses these sign here stickers. Hey, Sway Tag, that's such a cute name. Hey, welcome. We got a new person with us. Yeah, the Anthony Brown show is correct. when I'm preparing my documents, I'll use those little stickies. I don't usually use the ones that say sign here because they cost more. You know, I'm all about the budget. All about the budget. So I use the colored ones though. I have them in my notary supply list at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And I get like 2,000 of them, I think, for like $10. So I use those, and I use a different color for the different signers. So typically for my signers, I'll use a blue or a green sticky. And then for myself, I'll use a pink one. Y'all know I'm going to use some pink. So anyway, yeah, so make sure though your client knows where to sign, because if not, it's going to mess up everything. And sometimes you have an extra document, sometimes you don't. And again, in this case, there was no extra document. There wasn't a place for me to prepare and sticky him. I guess I could have, but I didn't need to sticky it because I knew where he needed to sign. But in this case, it was his document. It wasn't like a long signing where I'm taking it to the client. So that was a little difference there, because when I prepare my docs, which we also teach you in mentorship, how to prepare your documents, I always, like I said, I still use stickies. Okay, I've been doing this for about 5 years now, and I still use a sticky because I want to make sure my signing goes off perfectly. Okay. Some people in the industry don't think you should use stickies, but I do train my eye, and I teach you this too. When you're doing a signing, I call it kind of like sweeping the document. Signature, initials, date, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So I teach you processes, and that's how you become really good at doing this job, because you want to be good so you can keep getting assignments. Okay. Now this was general notary work that I'm referring to right now, but it's the same premise. I don't care what you're doing. I always want to say J. Anthony Brown. You know that's the TV person, right? But the Anthony Brown show says, yes, they cost more. And yes, I do reuse them. Don't judge me. LOL. And I am laughing. You know why? Because I never reuse them. I don't. I've had a few clients where as they're signing, they take the sticky off. And because they touched it, I don't really want the next person to have to touch it. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to touch it. So as they're taking it off, if they're touching it, and I don't reuse them, like I said, I get the ones, I get 2,000 for like $10. And it doesn't say sign here, but they're equally up to the task because it's a color, and I just put a sticky. So like I said, if I got two signers, one might be orange, one might be green, and then my color, of course, is always going to be pink, where I need to notarize it. Okay. Or if it's something I really want to remember, like on the tax forms for a signing, I call it the T documents. On one of those, I may go ahead and sticky that. So I want to make sure that tick mark gets there. So anyway, don't forget, I'll take just a second. I'm going to finish this story because I got a few more. And I'll take some of your comments. Please feel free to ask any questions you have. So the mentorship program, let me talk about that really quick for those of you who may be new. So it's called the Notary Business Success Mentor Program. We meet weekly. It's live. You can start in the program anytime you want to. The replays are there from when we started back in July. So we started back in July, and the results the receipts are coming in very, very nicely. So people are doing their first signings, refinances, loan mods. It's going very well. I'm very pleased. Somebody just put in our group, because we have a private group community chat that we help you if you get stuck on an assignment, or if you have any questions while you're doing the trainings or anything really with your business, we'll help you with it. We always start by putting our questions over there. And if I need to call you, or if Alexis or Angela need to call you, then we'll call you. If not, we try to each one teach one by means of the chat. And so it's been working out very well. It's been working out very well. So we started the first mentorship program we had back in March, and then dissolved that one in July when I rolled out my program. And yeah, it's been going good. It's been going very well, actually. So again, you have all the courses, over like 13 or 14 courses you have access to, and everything. Can you guys do me a favor that is watching, please? I want your feedback, for honest feedback, because this is how I learn. Can you look at notarization.com and let me know what you think about the new website? I just redesigned it a little bit, trying to make it a simpler look, a cleaner look. So let me know what y'all think about it. Look at it really quick. notaryeducatorsllc.com. I want real feedback. I'm open to hearing what you have to say. Look at it as a client and tell me what you think. Is it clear? Is it understandable? The products, just kind of play around with it while I'm here live and give me some feedback. Let's see. Hey, Mary B, how are you? So let's get back to this story. So now I talked about how we had to have the lady re-sign it. I put the documents in manila folders for my clients just to look professional. And then let's talk about when it comes time to pay. Oh my goodness. Here we go. I did learn something today though. So he goes to pay. Jeffrey was so preoccupied going back up the stairs, with all the printing and all that, and with the witness signing and all that. And I was just like, "Hey, I'm good, thank you. I'm good, Mary B." Yeah, so he was so preoccupied. I said, "You know what? I'm going to go ahead and collect the payment." Typically, he'll do the payment for me. So the guy paying with a credit card, it was declined. I said, "Okay, all right," because he wanted to pay with Apple Pay. I don't take Apple Pay. That's the only thing I do not take is Apple Pay. I don't have Apple. I have Samsung. So I don't take Apple Pay. That's the only thing. But I take everything else. I take chickens almost. But I take Cash App, debit, credit. I have a Square unit, Square phone app. I take Venmo, Zelle, etc., etc. I heard something outside. So I take all of that. So I don't take Apple Pay. I even do PayPal. It's not my favorite, but I take it because one week I had 3 different signing companies wanting to pay with PayPal. And I was like, that many people use PayPal? So I had to go ahead and get PayPal. So I do have it now. Because I try to make it as convenient for my clients as possible. If they ask me though, my preferred methods are Zelle. I got a check in my purse. I keep forgetting to deposit. When I said that, it reminded me. I got a check in my thing. So a lady paid me with a check the other day. I'm gonna tell y'all about that, and then I'll get back to. Let me finish him, and remind me to tell y'all about the check. So anyway, so when my client does, when he went to pay, it was declined. I said, "Oh Lord, here we go," and I stopped. I stopped signing, y'all. I stopped signing because I said I need to make sure his payment is going to go through. So I stopped. Jeffrey kind of looked, and I said, "We gonna make sure this payment go through." Jeff, how I look when that payment was declined? Did you see him?
Yeah.
He just walked in.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You want to say something?
No, I'm good. I'm just saying that was crazy.
Say it on camera right quick. Hold on. They don't care. He was outside working on the car. Hold on. Hurry up. He was outside working on the car because I was looking crazy. I was like, his payment ain't go through. This is not working for me. Ani says, "Oh, I love it. More accessible, ease, especially the library." Okay. Hold on, y'all. What happened with that payment, Jeff?
Real quick. So when
you want to pull it up? You can pull it up.
Well,
hold on, y'all. Pull it up. You standing up? No, this you gotta pull it.
Well, anywho, when we'd already been dealing with the situation.
Wait, they can't see you.
We'd already been fooling around with him for 15 minutes already. I'd been up and downstairs trying to print off his paper, signed it wrong, the witness signed it wrong. And I think I went up there at least 4 times to print a new paper or what have you. So by this point...
let's see, hold on.
By this point, I'm frustrated, Kim frustrated, and...
I was upset. Yeah. I was trying to check my tone with my hubby here.
Yeah, because she got upset with me.
Sorry to be disrespectful, but I was just like, why you give her the paper?
Yeah, well, I said, because I figured that she was signing her paper. She should know where she was signing it. But she signed in the wrong spot.
Make sure you're on the camera.
Yeah, so that was crazy. So when now we trying to finally getting ready to
accept payment.
And he says, it say declined. I'm like, uh-oh. This is not looking good.
I stopped signing the paper.
Yeah, she stopped signing.
So Jeff went to go get his bag so he could use his Square because like I said, I was going to type it in. When you type it in manually, it charges more too. When you type it in manually, Square, but it charges more. But if you run it like electronically, the processing fee is cheaper.
Yeah,
okay.
And so something he didn't have, he had a screen. He couldn't do the payment. We couldn't do it manually because I don't know if the number was even available.
No, I had the number. I had keyed it in, but it was declined.
That's right. His credit card said
his credit card company don't really let you key numbers in because it's more fraud that way. Like somebody might have found his card and now they're trying to process it.
So then I tried to scan it. I tried to use the card on the back of the phone, and that didn't work. So it was just one thing after another. So finally, then realized, he says, well, he can, because he was trying to do Apple Pay. And he says, well, I'll use, like, the phones could connect to each other or talk to each other. So they got, and that's the way it went through. So we found out that you can tap when it's, because the option is through Square to tap to pay. But normally I just use the card to do that. So because he was trying to pay with his phone, it was already in that mode to
He had like a picture of the credit card there.
So
Jay, when the Anthony Brown show says going up and down the stairs 4 times, that's a travel fee.
Yeah, you ain't lying, because I was like, oh my goodness. So and
not just up and down the stairs, you got to come in the house.
Yeah,
to be doing it in the garage.
So I had to go back downstairs, then had to walk back out to her because she got the baby in the car. So I had to go walk her back up the.
I told them next time I'm gonna just make her get out that car too. I was trying to be nice.
She had the baby in her lap.
I don't care, because that was too much work. I should have pointed and told her what to do instead of him going out to the car. Yeah. But y'all know I'm all about that customer service, so I was trying to accommodate.
Yeah.
But that ended up costing us an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah, so that took us, that whole thing was 20 minutes or 30 minutes too long.
Extra.
Yeah, it should have been.
Now you getting into my money.
Yeah, so here, you go ahead.
Okay.
All right, see y'all folks.
All right, thanks.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I guess I'll just sit over here now. I like to sit in my chair, but I'll sit over here. So anyway, oh yeah, Mary B says it's more risk. Yeah, so they actually even charge you more when you tap the card, type it in instead of swiping it. Yep, they actually charge you more. I think it's 3%, 3.5% or something if you type it in, but only 2 something if you swipe it. So typically we try to swipe it. If you can save, we try to save. Yeah, be careful. The scams are real. Yeah, so he wasn't doing a scam. Everything now is touch, cardless and all this. So he actually taught us something today. So Jeff was able to take his reader. Yeah, take the Square reader, take his phone, and then do put them under each other, and it read it. So it did go through. The payment did go through. Anthony Brown says it cost you an extra 16 sheets of paper, time, electricity, ink. So it's funny you said that, because he was like, is it still going to be 75? Is it still going to be 75? And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to charge you no more. I said, you can see all this extra happening here, huh? So we made a joke about it. So I didn't charge him anymore. Like I said, I felt I charged him enough. He was here at the house. It took us 30 minutes for everything, actually a little bit less, but I wanted that job to be done in 15 minutes. So $75 in 15 minutes. Is that not some good money? Is that not some good money? But it took 30. So $75 in 30 minutes. Is that some good money? Is that good money? I think so. So anyway, like I said, he was here at the house. I printed 3 sets, gave him a witness. Could I have charged even more? Probably, because it was a lot. And, I started adding. Oh, then he had 3 extra documents. I forgot that part. But I didn't charge him for the extra 3. I just did not. I was being super generous. And I usually am, y'all. I don't try to, nickel and dime my clients. I talk about that in my Start Your Notary Business book, my pricing book. If you've not checked out the pricing book, check it out. If you've not checked out my Start Your Notary Business book, see, I was sitting over there so I can show y'all the book. I'm going to grab the book. It's right here. Hold on, because I was going to show y'all. If you have not seen it, what's this on my couch? What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, sorry. But anyway, if you've not seen the Start Your Notary Business book, boop, boop, boop. I got one this is for Florida, Indiana. Of course, I got Georgia, but all 50 states have their own book, y'all. All 50 states. So check that out too at Notary Educator. So what y'all think about the website? Let me know. Hey, Drea, what's going on? How are you? So what y'all think about the website? I'm waiting on some feedback. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. How does it look? Tell me how you think. Is it easy to read? Do you understand it? Is it clear? Let me know what you think. I'm open to comments. I tried to make it look a little fresher, easier to navigate. And sometimes in your business, you're going to have to do the same thing, okay? A lot of times you don't want to make changes, or you're thinking, okay, I need to do it this way. But if you don't make changes, sometimes you don't know what's working and what's not, right? And you always want to stay up to date. You kind of want to look at what your competitors are doing. Not that you copy them, but kind of look and see what's going on. And when I say competitors, not in a bad way. McDonald's and Burger King are competitors, right? They check and see, well, they serving chicken, we might need to serve chicken. They serving fish, we might need to serve fish. So it's no difference in the notary space. In your particular area that you're in, you have a competitor. Kind of look at their website. What does it look? Does it have color? Is theirs more vibrant than yours? Is yours dry like a piece of toast? Or does yours look like an edible arrangement? Okay. And if you did not know, we do have the Google My Business also included in mentorship. Also included in mentorship. So check out the mentorship program. So let's see. I'm hearing some feedback. Let's see. Anthony Brown says, love the website. It's very user friendly. Okay. So what do you think about the blocks, like the website? Like you can just tap that. Like, is it very succinct? Like not a lot of words? Because Alexis always says it's too wordy. But again, I did just change it. So let me know. Jasmine, what's up? Jasmine says, I like it a lot of info, but easy to navigate. Yeah, Alexis does tell me that. The reason I put so much information is because I want you to be clear as to what you're getting into, okay? I want it to be crystal clear. I list every single course that you are have access to. I mentioned that you have access to the replays. Could I shorten it a little bit? I could try to. I'll try tonight and see if I can shrink some of the verbiage on there. But I really like people to know what they're getting. And when people are informed, it's less of a customer service issue for myself and for my team. For example, if I'm not crystal clear into what someone's buying and they sign up and they're like, well, I thought I was getting this. And then now I got to talk to this person for the next 2 or 3 hours trying to explain what they were getting. I can't get my work done. I'm not making no money. And they may not even end up being a client, or they purchased something they didn't think they were getting. Now they need a refund. Now I got to take time to try to go find out who they are, because usually people putting their nicknames and they putting all kind of stuff. I mean, so I'm all about, I want you to know what you're getting, even if it take you a few extra minutes to read it on the front end. And that way, from a customer service standpoint on the back end, I don't have the issues that other people have. I just don't. I'm very clear. I'm very straightforward. I'm not trying to do a bait and switch, tell you you getting one thing, you getting something else. So even in your business as a notary, when you tell people a price, everything goes back to notary. I'm a notary. I'm a notary educator. Even when you are quoting your price, don't do a bait and switch. Don't tell your client just enough to get there and then you realize, oh, they have ABC, so I'm going to charge them a whole lot more. Now, if you get there and they change, this is what I always say. The moment that they change and they start asking you something different, then we're going to negotiate that price differently. Okay. However, we're not just going to go there and just start changing prices because we need more money. Our light bill is due, our gas bill is due. That's not a place of integrity. It's just not. So if I told you $50 on the phone, when I get there, it's going to be $50. Okay. So, but if I get there and I told you 50 based on what you told me on the phone, and now you have 5 or 6 more documents, now we got a problem. You got a problem. All right. I cracked myself up. Okay. Anyway, so Dress says it looks updated. Nice. I like that I can scroll on the first page to see what I want. Yay! Thank you. Let's see. Mary B says, sorry, have you told anyone Google me? Boo. No, I don't even know what you're talking about, Mary B. So you're going to have to kind of clue me in on what you're talking about. Please, because I'm not sure what that means. Okay. And then TW Wright, what's up? How are you? This is very thorough. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the feedback. Now, is thorough bad? And again, I like people to know exactly what they're getting. So far, like I said, the program has been very successful. I'm very pleased with what we've been able to execute. If you're new here, I'll just give you a little history, like 2 seconds. When we first rolled out the program, it took a minute to get it the way we wanted it, because we wasn't gonna just roll out anything. And when we rolled out the program, it needed to be where I felt it was beneficial to the people. So the first program we rolled out was just straight mentorship, just talking, and it helped people, right? But then I gave access to my courses back in July. People was like, man, you giving us access to all this? Yep. All that being said, I was told Jeffrey, I was like, hey, we're going to add another component, and that's me going live with the people every week and the chat feature. So we added all of that. So the value is definitely there. Some people say, well, how y'all offer all that for only $47 a month? We make it work because we also are actually working notaries. So I don't have to make all of my money from my educational part, teaching you all to grow your businesses. We don't have to. Of course, it's a business for us, but we actually work too. So, and then too, I believe in volume. And when you're pricing your own notary services, here I go, all things. I'm an educator, y'all. I can't help myself. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here though. If y'all got any questions, feel free to drop them. If you got any questions, excuse me. But what I was going to say, when you're pricing your own services, sometimes think volume. Don't always think I got to make all my money off this one client. Okay? Don't think you got to make all of your money off of this one client. Oh, I got to tell you about the check. Is that what you're talking about, Jasmine? Let me know if that's what you're talking about, because I got to tell you about that check. So I had a client. Let me finish that thought. So when you're pricing your services, though, don't try to get all of your money from one client. Think volume. Think, I'm going to have 25 customers this month, so I don't have to make all my money off of this one client. And you'll have more business because they're going to tell people, okay? They're going to tell people that, hey, this is my notary over here. You should go to her. And it's hard to find a notary, y'all. I'm telling you. Yes. Let me tell you about the check. So Mary B says the site is clean, easy to read, very nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, Jasmine, let's talk about this check. So I went to do a power of attorney yesterday. Yes, that was yesterday. Oh, I'm going to tell y'all I got a new witness too. I got to tell y'all that. Because I'm thinking out the box, y'all. It's hard to get a witness. I got 2 more stories and I'm going to get out of here. Every day something happened to me. I could go live every day. I can go live every day to tell y'all a story. So 2 things. Remind me to tell you about the witness. So the check really quick. So I go do this signing. Lady was super nice. I mean, super, super nice. I talked about them yesterday. When I went live, I talked about how in this family, we end up giving a hug at the end, et cetera, et cetera. So then she goes to pay me, and I forgot. I got to get out my bag when I go in there. She goes to pay me. She had already asked me, can she pay? She wanted to kind of prepay. She wanted to prepay me the day that we made the appointment. And I was like, oh, you can just wait till I get there, because I don't like to prepay. I will collect money when I finish the service. That's how I roll. Now, some people want a prepayment. They want a deposit. They want an appointment fee and all this. I don't do all that. I'm very simple. Anything I do in my business, None Better Notary, I'm simple. Notary Educators is simple. It's going to be simple if Kimberly's name is attached to it. Now I'm Kimberly, not Kimmi. Okay. Kimberly keeps things simple. So the client was going to prepay me Zelle. I said, well, she could pay me when I get there. And I told her that too. I said, you could just pay me when I get there. I like to finish the work or whatever. She's like, oh, okay, great. Okay, great. So I get there and I'm getting ready to give her my Zelle. So I reach for my phone, give her the number. And she's like, oh, I already wrote up a check. I was thinking to myself, I don't want your check. I don't want no check. I want either Zelle, Cash App, or something like that, right? I don't typically take checks unless it is somebody older, okay? And it's another reason I shouldn't take a check, because it's been in my purse now for 2 days. And if I hadn't told y'all about it, I would have forgot. So that check is $80. So I got to get my check out of there, and I'll scan it, like mobile deposit it, and then that's it. I hold on to it for a couple of days, just another little gem here. Whenever I do any kind of mobile deposit, because a lot of signing companies now, that's how they pay. They'll send you a check, e-check or whatever. And then I will just mobile deposit it, click, 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 and I save it for a couple of days to make sure it posts up to my account. So anyway, I took her check because she's older. When it comes to accepting checks, I'll take it from a senior. I'll take a check from an attorney. And be careful with the attorney one, because just because they say an attorney don't mean that they have money, okay? They could be a starving attorney. So I don't take a lot from attorneys. They will pay with PayPal a lot. Your attorneys will, okay? So I had that happen. Or your larger companies will do PayPal. So I always try to, like I said, I had to take PayPal because one week I had 3 people. They all said PayPal. If you have any questions, please drop them here while I'm here. I'm going to hang out a few more minutes. So that was that with the check. Again, I don't typically take them, but she had already had it written up and she had left the name part blank. So I wrote my name in there. I don't like to write on their checks, but I guess it wasn't a big deal. And I've done it before. So she left the check blank and I just filled it in. So it was all good. But I haven't cashed it yet, so it better be all good. Anyway, I'm sure it is. They were so sweet. Now, let me tell you about this last thing from this job the other day. Because I forgot to mention this. I wanted to, but I just forgot. So it's been hard for me getting witnesses. And I always tell you all to have a witness list, right? I always say have a witness list. A witness list in case you need somebody for your loan signing jobs, your general notary work, your power of attorneys. I always say that in all the training courses. If you've not checked out the mentor program for the 100th time, for the people in the back, check it out. And I always tell you have a witness list. So I had a very strong witness list. I had a very strong witness list for the first few years of my business. It included my mom, whom I lost in 2022. It included my father-in-law, who I also lost in 2022. I still, when I say this, guys, I can't believe it. I cannot believe my mommy is not here. I cannot. My father-in-law. When you see Jeffrey, you see his father. You see me, you see my mother. Personality-wise, we both are exactly like our parents, both of us. So for me to even just say that sometimes, I still have a hard time. I never really say that they're dead. I can't. I can't say that. I'll say that they're no longer here. I'll say, I don't even really say deceased. Most of the time, I just say I lost them. I lost them. I lost them. Yeah. So that's another story. I won't go there tonight. But anyway, so my witness list was really strong. I had my mom, my father-in-law, and my nephew. Okay, so he actually had relocated, whatever. So I had a strong witness list. Anytime I need anybody, my mama was right here. She just rolled with me. My father-in-law, he'll be there in 2 minutes. He like, where I gotta be at? I'll be there. So I haven't been able to find witnesses like I used to. So what did I start doing? I started calling Google. Right? Well, first I have a Facebook group. If you don't know Notary Educators, feel free to join it. It's completely free. So I start putting my request over in my Facebook group, which is Notary Educators. Or now that we have our mentor program, I always start there first. So I've been able to get witnesses from our mentor program, which has been a blessing. And I pay them. I don't just say, hey, come watch me. It's for free. I pay my mentees to come and do a job for me. So I've been able to use them and give out work also in the same chat. So that's been working out really good. So it's win-win for everybody. As they're being mentored by us, they're actually receiving. People say we should become a signing service. I'm not interested in being a signing service. I'm just not. I'm OCD about my documents. I can imagine having to babysit and watch people all day long. Because if my documents don't come back right, it's going to be a problem. And I'm not playing that game. I cannot. I'll teach you how to be one if you want to, but I'm not doing it. I have zero interest in being a signing service. Zero. Can I say that again? No interest at all in being a signing service. But anyway, that being said, I use my resources to try to find a witness, which is my Notary Educators Facebook group. The mentor program, I'll get witnesses from there. And there's also a Georgia Facebook group. I'm a part of like 3 or 4 different Facebook groups. So I'll just randomly put it out there and say, hey, can somebody meet me to be a witness at ABC time? Anyway, that ain't been going well. I had to, I'm gonna get y'all questions in a moment, but go ahead and drop your questions. So I'm gonna get them in just a second. So that hasn't been going well, right? So I get online looking for a witness, a notary, a fellow notary to be a witness. Sometimes Angela will be a witness for me too, but she got her own job. So sometimes me and her can help each other, but most of the time, nope. And Angela will try, but sometimes I don't even want to go just to be a witness. I just don't. If I'm not making a certain amount of money, I'll just stay home. It just depends. It's just how much you want to pay me, because each witness job is different. How far do I have to travel? What time of day is it? So all that. But typically a witness will make $25, okay? And I usually always pay my witnesses $30, $35, depend, always, okay? Or if I start out with $25, I always tip them $5. Or if I told them $30, I'm going to give them $35. Depending on how much I make, too. So like the job I had the other day with the check, that lady, I didn't make a lot of money. So I didn't even tip my witness. But I want to tell you how I got him. So he's a friend that I know, not intimately, but someone, a friend of a friend. And he has another business, driving business, right? So this is how I want you to think about when you're looking for a witness. So I was like, well, if he's doing like an Uber or Lyft or something like that, and he's making this amount of money, maybe he'll just spend through some time and be a witness for me. In and out, 5 minutes, you make $35, you know? Sure enough, I called him. I said, hey, can you be a witness? Hey, welcome everybody. How are y'all? Welcome, welcome. I said, hey, can you be a witness for me at jobs? Sometimes I go out to people's homes and they just need somebody to say that they saw them sign a document. He was like, sure. Do y'all know I used him twice? I've used him 2 times in a week, and it's been the best thing ever. So look, now he got an additional stream when I need a witness. Okay. It ain't a lot. It ain't a huge stream, but he got a stream. Hey, y'all. If you got any questions about notary or anything, let's drop it while I'm here. I'm gonna hang out. Since so many people just hopped on, I can't leave y'all. Y'all know I can't leave when y'all start hopping on. So anyway, so now he has a little additional stream of income as he's out doing his regular, transportation jobs or whatever. He just pop in and be a witness for me, get his little money, go on about his business, right? So then guess what happened with the lady with the check though? So she has some vision issues, and guess what? I'm looking at that question. So she has a vision issue. She needs somebody to drive her around. So not only was he able to serve as a witness for her, but now he done met her. She liked him. And they got to talking. And now he's gonna be able to pick her up to take her to doctor's appointments. I mean, win, win, win. Y'all know that song, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. And it's funny because you're able to share. It's a big circle. I always say that. Each one teach one, each one help one. It's just a big circle. So he helped me out coming to be a witness. Not only did he get that money, but now guess what? Now he about to get the money because he about to start picking the lady up to take her to her appointments. What? Okay, let's get these comments. Okay, so that was my story. Anthony Brown says, I took a $325 check 3 days ago. She was a repeat client. She lives in Palm Beach, Florida, where the rich people live. She's in her 70s, so I knew it was good. Other than that, I do not take checks. Yeah, that's a nice amount to take a check, $325. That was a good job. How about let's start there, Anthony Brown? $325, dog. What you do? Some power of attorneys? What was the assignment? That was some good money. Tell us, what did you do? That was some good. What kind of assignment was that? Mary B says, when you started, how did you get familiar with the documents? Yeah, I self-taught, Mary. Excuse me. I self-taught. Everything I did, I self-taught. But what I did was, because see, it takes you time to learn, right? So I took everything that I learned and I made all these courses. So for you to get familiar with the documents, that's also included in the mentorship program is unlimited, not unlimited, but we have packages over there, like a signing package, a complete package, several of them, different stuff. And then we have the general notary work documents so you can look at them. That's a good way to become familiar with them. So we have everything organized for you, not to mention throughout all the online course trainings that we have, we're actually showing you documents with the estate planning documents. So that's how you can get familiar with it. Or you can just Google some documents if you want to try to do it for free. I always say we give you like an express training in the sense that what it took us years to figure out, the 3 of us, from this experience, that experience, or whatever. This is just 2 days, I'm telling y'all, in 45 minutes. Imagine what experiences we have from years of doing this, right? So we take all of that and we give it to you in the mentorship program. It's just as simple as that. So you can research certain documents. You can research the power of attorney. You can research, what else? Affidavits. But you won't ever see all documents. That's why, Mary B, I'm big on educating you on processes. I educate you on the proper process for any piece of paper somebody put in front of you. You will be able to notarize it. And the better you get at executing and notarizing your documents, the more money you're going to get. Why? Because you're not going to make mistakes. People are going to trust you. They're going to refer you. I have people working for me. Guess who else worked for me? Google. Why? Because my Google page is blowing up, right? It's blown up, right? So Google works for me. They're saying, hey, something going on over there, Notary Educators and None Better. Because we always deliver it. If you deliver to your clients, they're going to work for you. They're going to tell people, even the mentorship program. I have people saying, I said, how'd you find us? Oh, my friend does it. She told me about it. Or shout out to Jasmine. She mentioned it in the Facebook group the other day or yesterday. Somebody said, well, hey, I want to know, should I pay somebody to do my notary commission for me, or should I take some training with notary educators? Or I want to save my money for notary educators. She was like, do your own notary commission and come join notary educators. And that's true. We got you A to Z. So that's how you become familiar. You can either kind of look it up, figure it out, or you can let us help you the easy way. Whichever you prefer, huh? Drea says, I'm available as a witness tomorrow if you need one between 8 and 3. Yeah, I don't need one right this second, Drea. I appreciate it, though. So what happens when you need a witness? You don't know when you need one. Just like you don't know when your client needs a notary. I do a lot of general notary work. So you never know when your client needs a notary. When they need one, right? And like that job, I was able to schedule. The last time he was a witness for me, I was able to schedule. So sometimes I can schedule it, and I'll definitely put it in the chat. I always check the chat. That's why I always say check the chat, check Facebook. Sometimes Angela giving away jobs, Alexa's giving away jobs. So, I mean, again, I have no interest in being a signing service, but just stay in tune with our Facebook group. If you're not signed up for emails, sign up for emails. Now, I don't send jobs out via email because I really like to start with my group that I know is trained properly. I don't give my work to anybody, okay? My excess work, I don't just give it to anybody. I don't. Mm-mm. I want to make sure you know what you're doing, because when you're a representation of me, you don't work for me, but they're going to be like, okay, Kim sent this person out here, and this is what they did. They messed up my stuff. No, I don't just give work to anybody, okay? Mary B says, and as a witness, can that person be on Zoom, a Zoom call, or in person? Yes, it's in person. Now, unless you're doing remote online notary. So Georgia is not a remote online notary state, but I do have a new remote online notary course, guys, and it's included in the mentorship program. So if you really want to learn about how to become a remote online notary, I got some videos here on the channel, but it's also in the course too. I go over more stuff in the course. So check that out. Excuse me. To clear my throat. Yeah, your witnesses will have to be in person unless you are doing remote, okay? And you're in a remote online notary state. And I had that happen before. People would say, hey, can I just put my telephone up and they can watch me sign it? No, I'm not trying to lose my commission. That's going to be a no-go, okay? Let's see. TW Wright says, blessings on blessings. Yes, it's just one big circle. I help you, you help me. Everybody blow up. I mean, even right now, what's going on in the mentorship program, guys, people are doing amazing, and I'm so excited. So I'm not making the money. They only paid me $47, but what they getting out of it is like, bam, they're going to do these jobs, and they're doing it correctly, okay? They only paid me $47, but that's cool because I'm looking at volume, right? Anthony Brown says that 360 was for an apostille. Oh, cool. You did that. Yes, you did that. Very good, Anthony Brown. Ani's just saying I charged 360 for apostille too. Yeah, depending on how many documents it is, what's all involved, that apostille money, y'all know I'll be talking about that. And that's included. Angela's apostille course is even included in the mentorship. If you get stuck on doing while you're doing an apostille, we got you. That's what part of mentorship is too. We help you with your assignment. So yes, very good. So Mary B said, don't forget Angela's apostille courses and mentorship already in the all-inclusive package. It's one all-inclusive package. Also included in the all-inclusive is wedding officiant. And soon to come the tax course is coming. I might just film that video when I finish with this today and just release it. My new tax course. Or no, because I might do it tomorrow. Because I got a green shirt I wanted to wear. Whenever I'm talking about money like that, I like to wear green. So I got a green shirt I'm going to put on tomorrow and do that. Mary says, did you make blank copies? What do you mean by blank copies? What do you mean by blank? Because he had if you're talking about my power of attorneys earlier, he had pre-typed some stuff. So let me know what you mean by blank. Jasmine says, I wish y'all was in Nevada. Oh, I know, Jasmine. I know. But that's okay. You'll get some jobs. You may not need a witness in your state, but you may get some Georgia packages. And somebody might need a witness or something where they have to call you. Side Caddy Entertainment. I may not be saying that right. Hello, I'm Michelle. I live in Florida. Hey, Michelle. Welcome. Any questions you guys have? I didn't be here this long. I'll stay 6 more minutes, and that'll be an hour. Mary says the documents online to get familiar with. Oh, yes, those will be blank. Those will be blank. Now, the ones that we have in the class, some of those are filled out because I'll show you how to stamp it too. So some of those are filled out, the ones that we have in the mentorship program. The ones you find online, it might be anything. It might be filled out. It might be blank, So it doesn't really matter. And you can look at the documents, Mary, I'll be honest, but you need to know what to do with the document. Okay? You need to know what to do with it. You can look at them all day. Okay? Addison, what's up? Oh, you're so welcome. I know I have so many experiences. Like, every job is really an experience. That's why I said I could go live every day, but it takes energy to go live, and I'm working on it. So like today I said I'm just going to come in here and do it, and I'm going to go do my elliptical. Oh, I got a 7 o'clock. I forgot. It's 6:06. I got a 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna get out of here, y'all, because I forgot about my 7 o'clock. I got a 7 o'clock, and then I'm going to do my elliptical. And then I watched the Bachelorette, the Golden Bachelorette. I'm dating myself. You never date your videos, but I'm dating this one. Do y'all watch the Golden Bachelorette? It's kind of interesting. People in their 60s finding love. Yeah, it's nice. Good night, Addison. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get myself together for my 7 o'clock. So I do have to run. I just thought about it. My mind. All right, y'all. Much love to you. Much success to you. I'll see you guys over at Mentorship. Okay, program is not going anywhere, so hopefully we see you soon, though, okay? All right, bye, guys. Until next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Listening to my stories. Y'all know I love telling stories. All right, until next time, though, this is Notary Life with Kimmi. Bye.